All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
Upscale Love for You, where we are coming to you all the way live. And I am yours truly, Dr. Fabulous, the CEO and founder of Upscale Love for You. And I reside in the city country of the beautiful city of Hinesville, Georgia, originally from the 305. So we're coming to you now, and I'm going to turn it over to the one and only distinguished brother. I guess distinguished brother has me on mute and he
Nope.
can't hear me. Can you
I
hear me?
hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I had to step away for a second. But good evening, everyone. This is Distinguished Brother. Tonight will be fun, fantastic, and hopefully very tantalizing for all of you.
All right. Well. Now we're going to turn it over to the one and only Dr. Feel So Good. Do you hear me?
Of course, this is Dr. Feel Good, the man with the golden voice, the latest choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce, coming to you live from the 571, where we're having fun and we're going and getting it done. Back to you, Dr. Fab.
All right. So, the other lady in the house that's oh so fabulous too is the one and only Lady T. Lady T is all on you.
Welcome, everyone. This is yours truly, Lady T, coming live from the 305. And this topic tonight is so hot, you may want to get your fan and some ice. So, Dr. Fab, let's start the ride.
All right. Well, if this is your first time and you really don't know anything about Upscale Love for You, Upscale Love for You is formulated to entertain, educate, and facilitate self-help, self-love, and everything you want or wish to know about love and relationships. And that includes dating and marriage. Yes, marriage. That's not under the rock. That's not etched in stone, but marriage. Upscale Love, let me tell you, we talk about everything from the rooter to the tutor. And yes, there are hot and sensitive topics. But if you are looking for just a place to chill or some good conversation, Upscale Love is here for you. Because you know what? If you want to know about it, we are definitely going to talk about it. So thank you for joining us, and we are going to get started. And you know what? Tonight, everyone, we are talking about love and respect in a relationship. And should you have to change what you got going on, who you are, your clothing, all of this for a relationship. Do you feel you need to change in order to date certain people? Now, I understand, and I'm just going to ask this question. I know sometimes, I'm not going to say, but sometimes when you're dating and you're trying to catch that fish, you can kind of sort of put on a facade. But I always say, be real with who you are, because if you're putting on that facade, baby, I guarantee you within 90 days, I'm going back to those Steve Harvey, within 90 days, the real, true truth is going to come out. So just be who you are from the very beginning. Listen, and I tell everybody, Dr. Fabulous is always fabulous. And one day I might be blonde, one day I might be burgundy, one day I might be black. But trust and believe, if you're with me, I'll snatch it off and let you run your fingers through the real hair, because I got it. I just like how they say, give you a fantasy and a different look. So be real with who you are with your companions. So you don't have, well, I'm not going to change, because everybody know Dr. Fabulous. I am who I am, and either you're gonna love me or hate me, because that's just who I am. So I'm going to turn this over to distinguished brother, because I want him to let you know how he feels about love and respect in a relationship. And do you need to actually change your outer appearance, your inner feelings, and all of that for your partner? And one more thing, ladies and gentlemen, when you're dating, this is what the big conversation was. When you're dating someone and you're not married, where do you draw the line with respect in the relationship and changing your outer appearance for that individual? So here we go. We're ready to take this ride. Distinguished brother, it's all on you.
Once again, good evening, everyone. This is the distinguished brother. Now, the conversation went a little bit like this. If you're with a woman and you met her at the club or you met her out on the street, wherever, and she dressed a certain way, you decided to chase that down, trying to make her yours. Once you have done that, is it within your rights, I guess is an easy way to put it, to try to control the way that she dresses, the way that she presents herself? Now, my argument to this is what got your attention and what she did to get you is what she needs to do to keep you. So if you came across someone that was in booty shorts, tank top, everything's hanging out, flip-flops, fake nails, fake lashes, fake everything else, it's a little odd for you now all of a sudden to try to get her to change her ways when that's what got your attention in the first place. Now, I'm not saying that you should be with somebody that's just going to be all out there all the time, every time. Of course, there are inappropriate places to wear and do certain things. But again, I'm of the opinion that if that's what you chase down and that's what you got, you need to learn to stick with it. If that's not what you wanted, then you need to make that clear. This is just a booty call. We just having fun. This ain't nothing serious. You need to be upfront with that. But if this is somebody you want to be with, case in point, somebody brought up the issue with Keke Palmer and her boyfriend. Yes, she wore this nice little dress. Yes, her butt cheeks may have been hanging out, but he knew that going in because that wasn't the first time she had dressed that way. Plus, she's in Hollywood. Plus, she's feeling herself after she just had the baby and the baby did her body good. If you can't handle that, then why you all up in that? You need to go find Miss Muffin Top down the street. Yep, Betty Crocker, Muffin Top, however you want to call it, and her moo-moo and her 3-inch heels with her nursing shoes on, with her hair pulled back in a ponytail with a rubber band, no makeup, and
Don't
be
forget the
happy with
bonnet.
that. Don't forget what now?
Don't forget the bonnet.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, thank you about the bonnet. You know, and the Coke bottle glasses. So if that's what you want, then that's what you need to go after. But if you met a woman and that's how she was dressed like Keke or any of these other celebrities that are out there, you need to be able to accept that. And if you can't, if you're not strong enough to accept it, then step your ass to the side and let somebody who can do it.
All
I know I'm
right.
gonna get some feedback and some flack about it, but that's just where I stand.
Well, first and foremost, distinguished brother, personally, I do not want anyone who no one wants to look at. So if I'm going to go
There you
out,
go.
I'm going to go out hot to trot, and I want everything to look at me. Now, as far as Keke Palmer goes, my motto is you're either married or you're single. Nowadays, we like years ago, we could say, oh, I'm dating, it was a form of respect. But the way society is now, it's either you're married or you're single. Even the dating process no longer have the boundaries. So, I applaud Keke. I say, show it off. You just had a beautiful child. Your body, bounced back. you put in the work, show it off. You know, if your boyfriend or fiance didn't attend the Usher concert with you, that's his loss. Let somebody else look at you.
But they are back together. So communication took
If
place.
you want to call
That's
it that, I think
fine,
it's still
but
a
as
show.
a man, she went out like that. He should have went with her.
But you
Because-
can't say that. Well, what if he had other engagements
She,
or other
but she went with her
responsibilities that was
friend.
Another
important?
engagement. This
Or he
man
had to be at
doesn't
home
even,
taking care of the kids, you know?
give me a
That's
break.
why you have nannies.
Thank
But
you.
I don't think what Keke Palmer did was the right thing. As a woman, she had, I think, as a newly mom in a serious relationship, she should show some respect for the relationship by covering
So,
up.
Nancy Jackson, how do you know the relationship was serious?
I think
Just
they both
because
were
she had a
wrong.
baby for him, that don't mean it was serious.
But
I think they were both wrong. I think they were both wrong.
how were they both wrong? I'm just
He
curious.
shouldn't have said it out in the public. He should have kept that at home.
But depends. He could have been in his feelings at a time. Sometimes people act out
No,
of
I don't care
emotion.
if you're in your feelings. You don't let the outside know your feelings. If it's
And your
negative,
personal business, because
That's
what
right.
you do at home
mm-mm.
is what you do at home.
And
You
you
don't
know how
make
they had
this
an
in there.
argument before she went and
What
he
you
told her
talk
not to
about-
wear it, and she got stubborn and saying, "I'm wearing this anyhow."
Right.
So
Now,
he
I'm gonna
was
throw this
trying
in
to
there
put
also.
But I
when he
think
did it in public, he was trying to embarrass her, but it slapped back on him. Okay, first down.
Exactly. And you know
But at the
what?
same,
Yes.
Leanne, at the
Mhm.
same, if she's looking to become a wife one day, right, and she can't listen to her
Touchdown.
husband or on his
Mhm.
guidance,
Go ahead.
as a leader, he may not want to choose to be his queen or his wife in the future because these small things lead to bigger things. Make sense?
We hear
Okay,
what
let me
you're
throw
saying.
these two people out there for you real fast. And then Dr. Fabulous, you can say what you got to say. But let me throw two couples
Okay,
out there
okay.
real quick. Couple number one, Gabrielle Union and her husband. That is husband and wife. Couple number two just had a major concert, Beyonce and Jay-Z. That is husband and wife. Look at how they dress. Look at how
Yep.
they are at their concerts. Look at how they are on television when they're promoting themselves, when they're doing different things. But they still have that man in their corner, standing beside them, smiling ear to ear, proud as all get out. Because I got this. This is mine. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about somebody else getting it. I'm not
But
worried
be-
about somebody else taking it. Like Steve Harvey said, that's mine and I'm hers.
You-
And
we
I will
can't
kill
quote Steve
every
Harvey. He's in trouble
motherfucker
right
in the
now.
room if anybody tries to mess with it. I'm done.
All right.
But-
Anthony, you got your hand up. Come on and welcome, welcome. We got a new face on in the place. Welcome, Anthony. You got your hand up. Come on, we ready for you. Are you giving me
Yes,
high
ma'am.
five?
I mean, I just feel like that. That yes, ma'am.
No, I saw
I
you
mean, the way,
looking, and you
I
weren't
see it,
saying
just like
that, so I
the
thought you
whole.
was trying to give me high five. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
It says so the way I see it, just
Anthony, where I said you got a bad connection, you're gonna have to move around a little bit to get your connection to come on through, because I can't hear you.
Yeah, step in the mic or step close to the internet.
You got the lean in song. You know, lean with it, rock with it. Lean with, y'all know that song? Okay, I'm not gonna do that to you, Anthony. Anthony, we can't hear you right now, but if you want to type it in the chat, we can look at it and respond to what you're saying, or you can try to get closer to your mic or something like that. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can at
Okay.
least.
Okay, I'm crystal clear.
We can definitely hear you, Dr. Fab.
Okay, all right. Welcome back, Andreen, girl. I seen you at Carnival. I say, look at Andreen looking all cutified. We'll talk about that later, Andreen. But anywho, back to the examples you made. You know, when you have a woman in the spotlight and she's your arm piece, like you said, Beyonce, Gabrielle Union, and all these individuals, the men know that they're coming home to them, regardless of what they're wearing, Nasty Jackson, they are still their wives. And, you know, for him to put it out that way about Keke Palmer. You know, he felt like he had been shot in the foot and he was trying to bring her
Can you hear me?
down. Can we hear you? Did
Yes.
somebody say that?
Yes, we can hear you on.
Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to ask Sister Tanya, not Tanya, Sister Lady T, if she would like to respond to that.
First and foremost, I believe, like I said before, years ago, you could respect the dating process and men. Now, times have changed. I'm proud of Keke Palmer for going out, showing herself. And as a man, I don't care what he had scheduled. You know, if my female chick, side chick, baby mama, however you want to title it, wants to go to an Usher concert, I will be right there with her. And, you know, I would want someone else to put eyes on her as well, because I don't want anyone that doesn't want that, you know, ugly or not, you know, less attractive. Men have to understand, number one, we're constantly, you know, giving our body, changing ourselves, changing up, trying to please them. Whereas men, you can go with a haircut, fresh clothes, smell good, and bam, that's it. That's it. Oh man, he's so fine. He's so sexy. You could be ugly as dirt, but you put on the clothes, put on a cologne, get a fresh cut, man, he's sexy. So no, I am pro Keke. I think she did it. She did it well. As far as her baby daddy, he should have left their business, you know, behind closed doors. Number one, she's famous. He's famous. And you do not give social media things to talk about. I think it's very disrespectful.
Well,
Go ahead, Anthony.
Your mic's on mute.
Nobody?
Yeah, you have to unmute. I think your signal is bad. Where are you?
Nobody has
Can y'all hear
anything
me?
to say behind that? Lady T and I, the only one chopping it up on here?
I'm
No,
pretty
we
sure
can hear you.
Leanne.
You're
There you
heard.
go,
You
Anthony.
guys are heard
Wait,
very well.
wait.
State your
Anthony is
question
trying to
again.
say
State your
something.
question again. What was your question so I can answer?
Wait, Anthony is trying to say something. Let's give him a chance, please, guys.
You all hear me?
There.
The way I see it, it's just like this whole thing with Keke Palmer. Like I don't feel like it was right at all for her saying what she said, because she did decide to have a baby with, you know, her current boyfriend. So what she did totally was, I don't know if me from, I mean, that's just a man perspective. I think that was like completely wrong. I mean, whether she is single or not, it was still wrong. Especially if, you know, if she just brought him to the shore. I mean, she didn't bring him there for no reason.
did he go to the show with her?
No, but you don't. No, I don't think he went with her. But you got to understand, you don't know what happened before the show. He may have said something to her, baby, please don't wear that. You got a baby, you're a mama now. I don't want you dressing like that in the public. Okay. Lady T, I'm gonna agree with you. Jay-Z, all of them, they with their woman showing, shaking, and you got Dwayne Wade with Gabrielle shaking. But
and they getting paid for it every day of the week.
right, he was just trying to, you don't know what happened at home. You don't know if there was an argument, baby, I don't want you to wear that. And she was like, hell, I just had a baby. I got my snapback. I want to show it. You don't know what took place. Like I said, to me, both of them were wrong. He shouldn't have outed her out in the public. He should have dealt with that when she got back. I asked you not to wear it. But she did wear it, and so be it.
So
and
he was at a
sometimes a
concert
woman
with her?
No, he did not. He put it on social
Okay.
media while she was at the concert with Usher. So his feelings was hurt.
That's how it
And
got
she
hot.
had that snapback. She got her body back. She just had a baby. She flaunting it. But something happened to have that happen. You know what I mean? Like something took place before all of that for her to wear that and go to the show. And sometimes you don't know what happened. He may have tried to talk negative or down on her. And she said, I'll show you. Sometimes women get that they get
That's
that you ain't gonna
fun.
tell me what to
Ego.
do.
That's right. That's
You ain't gonna
fun.
tell me what to do and how to do and why to do and when to do. Cause I'm doing it. I'm here. I just had a baby. I got my body back. I'm about to show it. Regardless as
Okay,
to what the
but
man says.
That
so
is
my
something
question
Lady T
is,
would do.
did he get upset because of her actions that she did with Usher? Was
Yes, and the
it,
clothes
it
that she
was
had on.
a
Yes, ma'am.
couple of
That was kind of
things?
that was disrespectful because they are dating. However, like Lady T said, put a ring on it. And maybe she don't want a ring on it. But for her birthday, he did take her out.
Yeah.
That's normal though. To go out on your birthday or a special anniversary. So I don't think that's says much.
Okay, so this is the question to the ladies on the panel. We can agree to disagree about her outfit. However, the question on the table is, when being a single woman and you're in a relationship, we're gonna say it's a full-blown relationship because they got to have something. They had a child together. We're gonna talk about just being women and you as an individual. You're single and you have a boyfriend or a friend, because I think sometimes you're too old to be talking about boyfriend, girlfriend. We're just gonna say friend.
You got a
And
mate.
your friend, that's that's your friend. And until he actually gives you an engagement ring or you actually walk down the aisle, are you not still single? Because I know, as in having a friend, you have to date, you have to get to know one another. However, I understand we have to date with intention. We got to date with purpose. But in the same time, and I'm gonna ask the same question to the men, at the same time, do you date more than one person if you're really truly not into that person the way you think you should be into that person? Or do you call that major cheating? Because I just thought dating was dating. Even
Well,
if
Okay,
you're
so
like I've said
so
in the
cheating ain't
past.
cheating. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, Leanne, go ahead.
Cheating ain't cheating until you get caught. So I'm gonna put myself in Kiki's place, and that's not my husband, but that's my partner, and we have a baby, and we still together, and we live together. I am going to respect his wishes and change clothes because if I'm the star, I'm gonna have other clothes that I can wear to take myself out in public instead of shaking my ass. Okay. So
okay.
whether you putting a ring on it or not, we're in a serious relationship. I think when you're in a serious, committed relationship, you still can't go out there and try to do everything you want to do as a single person. There's such thing that's called respect. You got to put some respect to it.
Okay, so you said cheating is not cheating
Cheating until you get
you're
caught.
caught. Okay,
Mhm.
but I'm not saying, I'm saying you're dating with intention. Okay, well, they are living together. So that's more than enough to say it's a serious relationship. When I say dating, you're living in your own house, the other person is living in his own house. Do you think it's okay if you quote unquote think you're in a relationship? I'm saying think, because some women think that they're in a relationship with the man when it's only really a friendship. They're getting to know one another. And do you think it's okay for people to multiple date? When I say multiple date, you have a friend locally, you may have a friend out of town, you may have friends, how they say, across the continental United States. Is it okay to date more than one person?
That's where
Yes.
communication comes in, Dr. Fabulous.
Yes.
Communication to who?
To each other. Are we dating
Okay.
exclusively? Are we dating exclusively?
Okay. I see where you're going with that. So if the conversation is held that we are dating exclusively, then that means you shouldn't date any other person other than me, and I shouldn't date any other person other than you. But the conversation has to be put on the table that we are
Absolutely.
dating exclusively. But
Absolutely.
if you don't have that conversation,
Then
it's
it doesn't
okay to
count.
date multiple people.
It
Yes,
is.
you can.
And especially if
Because
you're
his
upfront
ass,
with it.
not the bash on the men, but he may be stepping out just like you doing. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
You
Okay,
just have
so
to be upfront
Danny,
with it. You have to be an adult and have that conversation. If you go
okay,
in with both parties understanding, I'm dating people, like I said in the very beginning, I'm dating. That means I'm going out with you, I'm going out with her. That don't mean we're doing anything, but I'm dating.
21 questions. 21 questions.
And when you meet your date, you're gonna let that guy or that girl know, hey, I do date. I date.
I'm dating. That's it.
Mhm.
We're adults here. And you know, I'm not just gonna waste my time with just you. There are 100 different people out here. I need to find my one. And if I spend 5 months, 6 months with you, I could have been spending that with somebody that truly is for me. So yes, I'm dating for right now, and then we'll get down to some serious business later.
okay, well, all righty then.
I
So I
totally
was coming
agree with
over.
that.
I was coming over to Danny because I want to ask Danny as a single man. I don't know, Danny, are you still single? Are you married?
I ain't married.
You ain't married, but you ain't single either.
Married.
But he's dating.
I didn't hear anything, Danny.
I ain't married.
Okay. Are you dating? Are you dating?
Are you dating
exclusively?
multiple people? Or you're dating one specific person? I ain't gonna put you on the spot like Danny. I ain't gonna ask you that. I ain't
Put him
gonna
on the spot. Let him
I ain't
man
gonna
up.
put
If he
Danny on
wanted
the
to go to
spot like
Atlanta
that.
last week, hell,
Mm.
put him on the spot.
No, Danny,
You
he worked
dating
in Atlanta.
exclusively? Are you dating exclusively? Or
Yeah.
you just dating? Okay, so he's dating exclusively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer, Danny. Good answer. I don't want you to have to be
Mhm.
sleeping in the truck tonight. I got you. I
So
got
that's why he didn't go to Atlanta.
Nah, yeah, y'all try to set me up.
No, you
Yeah,
fell
don't
for
fall
it.
for the okie doke, Danny. Don't
No,
fall for the
you
okie doke,
didn't.
bro.
It was
Y'all tried to set
Cassie
me up.
that said, she was like, I ain't fooling up with you. She was the one that told you.
Yeah, because if she had wiggled just a little waggle, I think Danny would have jumped in. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna say that, Danny. Okay, Danny. Thank you, Danny, for coming back. We're not gonna put you out there. Okay, so the question that is on the table, we said if we have the exclusive conversation that we are dating exclusively. That means I can't date Danny, I can't date Anthony, I can't date Rayvon. I just got to stick with Ryan. Ain't that something? Okay, so Ryan, can you hear me, Ryan? Well, I guess it's a little different with the younger generation because I don't know if.
I'm sorry, I'm at work right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't gonna bother you. Go on and make that money. I know how it is. You got to make that money. But listen, with the younger generation, I don't think I'm not that I'm just kidding. I'm up in age. But when I see the young people, and this was so strange to me, this happened week before last. I saw 2 women and 1 man. And they said that they were out on a date. And I was like, wait now. But the guy was dating both of the young ladies. And I said, and they were cool with that. I'm just like, I guess I'm not in that state of mind where it has gotten to the point where I'm willing to share a man and we all 3 of us go out on a date. I just thought that was so crazy to me. But I'm gonna slide the mic on back over here to the one and only Nasty J. Are you available, Nasty J? Are you ready to talk some smack, Nasty J?
No,
Nasty
don't
J,
be
we
quiet
can't
now.
hear you. You
Speak
on
up.
mute.
I'm here. Now I'm just
Okay.
listening to what you guys are saying. I think the advice you guys giving to young women are reckless, in my opinion. In
What
regard
advice? We didn't give any
You're
advice.
just
We
from
said
the
that
island.
that
We're
we
voicing
said that
our
the
opinion.
conversation has to be made that you're dating exclusively. And if that conversation is not held, they are both of them
but
are
Keith,
able to date
I'm
whoever
Keith
and whenever.
we're dating exclusively, right? Because they live together, correct? Would you say they're dating
First of all,
exclusively?
they shouldn't even be living together. Me shacking and a bender going. But
But you,
nevertheless,
but you gotta.
This is a new wave, Dr. Fab. I mean, you got to
okay,
test
all right
the
then,
waters
all right.
before you jump in.
Question.
All right.
So how long should a person date before they get married? Then what's this question? How long should a person date?
Till
before
they
jump
get
in?
ready. Till they get
Until
ready.
they
You
get
can't put
ready,
a
because
time
every
on it. You can't put
situation
a
is
time on it.
different. Look at the people. You have people that get married, love at first sight.
Right?
So,
But
you know,
but when you're dating a person, you got to see how they respond, how they carry themselves before you can ask the question.
okay, so what you're saying, Nasty J, is that you would date someone, but you wouldn't marry them before you live with them because you got to really see how they are. Is that what you're saying?
Based on my experience, if I had to do it over again, I think I should live with a person first to see if we could live together and cohabitate before.
I agree.
Yeah,
So did you just marry your wife and not live with her?
correct.
Okay, good job. Good job. Okay.
Yeah, I did
Your wife put her foot down. Heck no, I ain't gonna let you put no 1,000 miles on me, then going on to somebody else and then don't marry me. You want me, you gonna marry me first to get some of these miles and ride the rodeo.
Cookies.
Okay, she did the thing on
Yeah,
thing.
she did. I mean,
Yes, she
she's
did.
tradition. She did it the right way, right? But like
Exactly.
based on my experience, I would have done things differently.
But you wouldn't have did it with her.
Really? So you
But
think
you
you would have
didn't.
jumped in and
But
tapped the
actually, you
water?
didn't. You
Huh?
based on your experience, you didn't do it differently. You want me to tell you why?
Why?
Because she wasn't happy.
She wasn't going for it. Because she wasn't going for it.
And that's why sometimes I feel, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, I don't care how nobody take it. Sometimes when you get the milk for free, guess what? You don't buy the cow, and you have those long,
That's
you know
right.
how cows look after they done milked so long and them breasts be hanging down to the ground. That's the way the women be looking after the men, leave them. Okay, now
That's
move on to the
exactly
next
how they
section.
look. 13 years
Now,
going
I
down
got
the
to-
drain. I know
Okay,
people who
check
are
this out,
dating
ladies.
for
I got
13
to step
years.
away and use the
Wait,
ladies' room.
wait.
I'll be right back. So y'all
Yeah,
handle
that's
it till I
crazy.
get back.
You're not getting my cookies wearing me down on my little nipples for 13 years. I'm, birthing your children, and you're not gonna marry me? Oh no, that don't work.
Who's stupid enough to stay with somebody for 13 years? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes, I know people who have been with someone, had like 3, 4, 5,
But
6,
that's
7 children, and they are not married.
But
That is
that's also
just
common. That's also
unacceptable.
called common law marriage as well. In some sense,
But
common
there's
law.
a show.
Yeah, common
In some
law,
states, but
but
that's still stupid.
Yeah.
No.
But there's
not
a show called Put a Ring on It, right?
That's
but-
right.
And on one of
But
the
some-
episodes, she did stay with the guy for like 10, 11 years. And at the end of the
What?
day, they end up breaking up because he was cheating on her and he did put a ring on it. He
But
cheated
check
with
this
one of the
out,
ladies
y'all.
that they set her up.
Listen, I have never been so embarrassed in all the days of my life. And coming at the age that I am, people just didn't live together. They got married. Well, how about I went to a funeral? Oh, yes, God, yes, God, yes, God. And these people was old as my mama and daddy. And when they was reading the obituary, they kept saying the love of her life, the love of her life. And I kept saying, what in the hell?
She never got married.
They never got married legally. They just lived together and had children. And I was like, dang, they weren't married. And
So
I
let
was
me
just like,
ask you this.
But sometimes, go ahead.
blown out the water about that.
So Dr. Fabulous in the panel, Special K, hi, sorry I was late, but
You
I'm
looking
here.
so beautiful tonight,
Marriage
Special
ain't
K.
for everybody.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
Girl, you looking all cutified.
Swing it one time.
Okay,
Go ahead,
swing
go ahead.
it. Wait till October 27th. If
All
y'all
right,
ain't
go
gonna
on,
be there,
girl.
y'all gonna miss it.
That's right. That's right. Because we coming
Um,
out like Dinah Ross.
right.
Okay, going on,
So
going on. I'm listening.
so no, so this is my thing. So what about people who, I mean, because I feel like different strokes for different folks. So what about the couples and people where the man and the woman mutually just don't want to get married? Like they made that decision and that pact within their relationship, because there's some people that do live like that. Sometimes it's not always, oh, she's stupid for staying because he didn't marry her. So I do know personal couples, and I have some in my family. One that I was shocked to find out they weren't legally married. I am 45, and since I was 6 years old, I can remember they've always been together, right? Raised 3 kids. I never knew they were not legally married. They didn't, but that's just was their dynamic. They stayed together all the time. She's like 70 years old now. But I don't know. I don't know their reason, but they just didn't do the marriage thing. So what how do y'all
Well,
feel
I
about
just say
those?
different strokes for different folks, but it wouldn't be Dr. Fabulous.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
I know.
sorry.
We know that.
Lord
We know
have
that.
mercy.
Y'all already know.
But
So
and
I'm
I
Marriage,
have
gonna sign
a
the
best
dotted line.
friend. I have a best friend who's been with her significant other for 15 years, but they don't have kids together. They already had their kids, when they met by other people. And I asked her that one day. I said, so you don't want to, get married? They live together and everything. And she said she don't want to get married. And he's never asked her. So I said, okay, I guess
Well, I wouldn't either.
situation
That's what
works
she
for
told
them.
him.
Let
She
me
don't
tell
want to
That
you
get
works for
something.
married.
them.
You getting look, I'm just gonna put it out there. You're getting older, gravity is hitting your body. Why would you be with someone for 15, 20 years and then let's say something happens, you separated? Now he done wore your tires down till it's bald. Now you gotta go out here and get you a new set of tires. No, that
What
ain't
about women?
happening.
But that's true, Tasha, and I get that point. But there's another point to that. What about people that are married for 20, 25 years and divorced, 15 years and they divorce, and then they go on to be with other people? It's,
Well,
I mean,
and
I don't.
I'm gonna answer this one for you. They've been together 25 years and they divorced. Okay, they did what they were supposed to do at the beginning of their tenure. Their
Right.
tenure is over with. They're going their separate ways. However, they did it right, and it just didn't work out. They turned to different dynamics, so they went their separate ways.
But I mean, in
I
the
don't
sense
care.
of
They
what you
grew
guys are
apart.
saying,
They grew
right,
apart.
I get that. But in the sense of saying, like, that's kind of the same. I've been with my husband for 25 years, bear kids for him. He done wore me down, Now things ain't work
It's
out.
not the same, because look
not.
at me. I was with my husband 27 years,
sure,
and God called him on. So even well, we wouldn't have been divorced. We would have still been
yeah, that's
honeymooning.
what I'm saying. You
But
guys wouldn't have been
I'm
divorced.
saying people, and I can speak about that because I had an auntie. I couldn't understand it. They had been married forever and ever and ever and ever. And when that last child went off to college, they went their separate ways. They got a divorce. But she said, and that's where I say it comes back to the time in which people are married, their age. Her thing was she didn't want her family
Right.
to, be in a shamble or disarray. And she stayed in the marriage because she wanted to be there for her children. And she wanted her children, until they grew up, to become adults, to understand that they were together. Distinguished brother, you had your hand up, and then Lady T.
This is a side note. Why is it y'all
Oh,
keep
okay.
saying we don't say what?
No. I see you, Danny. We coming to get you.
Oh. What is this wear you down? Why do y'all make it sound like we in there just tearing you apart? What about the guy? He gets worn down too. This is not just a one-sided situation.
They don't get no draggy nipples. They don't get none of that. Because you know what? It's the difference in the body makeup. And I don't care what you say, as women become older. And you have some women that get the plastic surgery. You have women that work out. It stays tight and right in certain places. but it's still the mileage. And I understand you can't give him back what he gave you. He can't do that, the other. But when you say wear down, oh my goodness, some people are really worn down. And especially a man can never equate to a woman, because a man can't give a woman a baby. A woman, when a woman give a man a child, she has given him everything she got. You hear what I tell you? That's the cream of the crop. And that's why when I see some of these young women having 2, 3, 4 children for a man and not be married, I say, baby, what's really going on? What's going on? Because it can't be that good to you.
Stretch marks and cellulite and all.
Exactly. So when you say wear down, that's what we're talking about when children come into play. When you give birth of a child for a man, you've given him everything you could possibly give of yourself. Now, did we answer that for you, distinguished brother?
Okay, if you look at it from that standpoint, but you got to remember the guy's giving up
that way.
too.
Because if a man, and you know what I used to always say, because I'm a science teacher, I say, God, they come up with everything under the sun. Why couldn't they come up with a mechanism where when 2 people have sex, listen to it now, when 2 people have sex and they getting it, and whoever getting it the best, they conceive the child, whether it be the man or the woman. I guarantee you, men will stop trying to have that loose, lascivious sex. I guarantee
that's not
you
how
that.
God designed it. That's not how God.
I guarantee. No. I'm just saying, if it could be, and you don't know who gonna get the baby, I guarantee you it'll be a different tone.
Doc,
Because I would love,
who allows
to see
access
distinguished gentlemen try to push out a 9-pound.
Well, who allows access to who allows access to sex, Dr. Fab?
We know that God created.
No, he answered who allowed.
Both people.
The woman.
No,
The woman.
the woman.
No,
The
because
woman.
if a man
people allow sex, because if a woman don't approve and a man don't approve, what is it called? It's called rape.
But
that's what I'm saying though. The bottom line is that a woman allows access to her womb.
Yeah.
And y'all teach your daughters.
It takes 2.
It takes 2, and you can pull out 2. The condom can pop. Different things can happen.
He wasn't going there. He was like, a man can't have sex with a woman unless the woman consents.
Exactly.
So let him finish saying what he had to say. Go ahead. Right.
That's what I said. If both don't consent, it is rape.
No, a man can consent all day. If a woman says no, then guess what that is? That's no with a capital N and a capital O. Anything else other is a case. Now, it takes 2 to make a child, but it only takes 1 to have the child. Women control access, not only access to the womb, but who is born or not.
Correct.
But listen to this. That's just like the case the other evening when the young man said, the young lady said, hey, babe, listen, I'm pregnant. I think I might want to get rid of it. Well, if you get rid of it, I guess we'll break up. So that was almost what? An ultimatum for her to still have the baby. So
yes,
I don't care
and she
what
could have said okay and still not had the baby. They might have been broken up, but she was still responsible.
But guess what feel good? Guess what feel good? That was something she would have had to deal with mentally and physically, and the torment on her body. So
no
whether
argument,
if you get rid of it, it's some stress on the body, and if you have it, it's some stress on the body.
No argument there.
What you say?
No argument. I agree with you.
Oh, okay. Because I was getting ready to pump the brakes and come back with a bullet.
I'm saying no.
And come back with a bullet. So with that,
what I'm saying is that no matter what,
we always say it's the choice of the woman to make the decision to have the baby. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
when it, no, no,
Nah.
no,
Body her choice.
because
But
when
it's
a
Dr.
woman
Feelgood.
think of having an abortion, do you know the mental anguish behind that? I have young girls that once they do that, they become very promiscuous. They have all kind of things because I talk to students and I'm saying, oh my God, you would never think. But after a child, think about having a child, they don't have the child because they don't want people to know that they were pregnant and they have an abortion. You never know what type of mind settling anguish that's going to come behind that. So it's
And
not
then when they
that
get older,
easy.
Dr. Fab, they can't have babies because of the
Bing, bang,
abortion that
boom.
they
So
had.
you
Then
have
they get
all
their
of
mental
these
breakdown.
issues.
But Dr.
Mhm.
These
Fab,
are issues. Now,
Doc-
Tyra, do you have your hand up or you giving us high five too? Do y'all see that? Oh no, Lord Jesus, guess what, y'all? It was my hand for my mouth sitting on top of her. My apologies, Tyra, but welcome, welcome.
Okay.
And Tata, welcome, welcome,
It's
welcome.
Tara.
We getting back on subject. We getting back on subject.
yeah, one last
Don't
question,
get on
Dr. Fab,
subject.
right? One last question. Sometime in an act, a woman asks the man to give her a child while they're doing it. So what do you say about that? To ask for a baby?
Look.
I mean,
That's
if
passion. He
woman,
got
I want to have your
emotion.
baby.
Listen, you have some women that get to a certain age
You know what?
because they're let me answer your question. I got to give it to you tenfold. If they're in the middle of making love and she's at a certain age and she feel like her biological clock is ticking and she wants a baby and she don't want no strings attached, go ahead and knock her up. Give her what she asked you for. But what I'm saying is when it's two consensual adults just making love, just having sex, just doing tater-tot, and it happens up, it's both of their responsibilities. You see what I'm saying? Because whether a woman, and I don't even care what the situation may be, if the woman says, oh, I want a baby, give me a baby. Well, when that man give him a baby, guess what? That's his seed too. So it's still split down the middle, regardless of the fact if she just wanted it because of her biological clock, you're still part of the equation.
And he has a choice not to give it to her as well.
Bing, bang,
So,
boom.
again, it takes two to tangle, but being on the wear down side, I've never had, an abortion, but I did have a daughter that was stillbirth, and I went through the whole labor process, the entire pregnancy, and the mental toll that it takes on you, you never forget it because each year you're living, you think about that child. So I can only imagine someone who has sex and have to get, an abortion because, you're thinking about the shoulda, coulda, woulda, and it's too late. So men do never see that side, of that female. I don't care how hard she is, but closing that door, when you step into a relationship, you have to have standards. You have to say, okay, this is, what it is. And I don't care about the guy. I don't care about the one night stand. I don't care about none of that. What I care about when I leave from, being with him is he the one? Is he not the one? Am I going to continue seeing him or not? That's why those 21 questions is so important the first or second date. Point blank, period. Because I don't want to spend 10 years, with a guy and he doesn't know if he want kids or he's bisexual or he like threesomes and I can't satisfy him. No.
And
It's just
also,
something that you have to have a conversation.
I'm going to jump back in here for Nasty J. A situation occurred, and this young lady, she was of age, but an older man raped her. Raped. She didn't consent. She didn't do any of that. Police report was given, the whole nine. And her family was a religious family, and they didn't believe in aborting the child. Can you imagine? She has to see this baby every day of her life where she didn't voluntarily have sex with this person. She was raped. And because of her religious beliefs, she didn't have an abortion. So those are things that men just don't, you can't feel that girt. You can't feel that inner feeling when it comes down to having a child. And I don't know how we got on this, but I just had to share that one with you, Nasty J, because as I always say to young girls, when you give of yourself to a man and have a child for him, oh, it's something special. The man may walk away and never look back, but for a woman, it's special. When that umbilical cord is cut, it's special, baby. And once a girl has had a baby, she's all the woman she's ever going to be. Okay. So next.
So
on out there.
so ultimately, going back to the question when I came in, it is a woman's choice. It's not, and it's a difference. Hear me out. It's not just a woman's choice to make a baby, because a woman cannot make a baby by herself. So equal responsibility has to be shared. A man and a woman lay down together. We already know that. We're grown enough to know a baby can happen. But the woman does ultimately have the final and last say, is if she chooses to keep the baby. A man, come on, a man can't tell a woman. He can voice his opinion as a father or say, hey, I don't want you, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, it's in her body. I mean, you can't get away from that fact. It is her choice at the end of the day. Now, I'm not, and that's not to say, don't twist this as I'm saying an abortion is okay and this, that. I'm just strictly saying that it's just, that's what it is. It's like, it's a woman's choice if she is going to bring forth that life or not.
Okay. And I hear what you're saying. And I looked over at the comment at Anthony. Yes, fathers can walk away, and it is the mother that's going to always, but then I'm not going to even say that, because you have some women that do have the baby and give
And
the
walk
child
away
to the
too.
father.
And walk away too.
And I just know with any situation, every situation is totally different.
Right.
But when it comes down to being a mother, you got some good ones, you got some bad ones, and then you just got some. All I'm saying is it's a difference between the woman and the man when it comes down to giving birth, having children, and all that good stuff. Now, back to subject at hand, we're going to say, if you were, this is for Nancy J, because he said that the outfit that Kiki Shepard, what was her name? Peak, I don't even know her name.
Kiki Palmer.
That's it. I said Shepard. Y'all know who I'm talking about too. If you were her and you wore that outfit, and you're the woman now, and your wife or girlfriend back then said what she said about your outfit, how would you respond, and would you retaliate? Did I
Was that
lose
to
you?
any, was that to any particular person?
That was to Jackson, but he trying to act like he muted and didn't hear me because he had such a strong constitution about that outfit.
You're saying if the roles were reversed, if I wear an outfit she wouldn't approve of, and she has, well, I probably think she's,
Yeah, if you wore those pants like Prince, because Prince had some of them same kind of pants that he used to perform in. If you wore them and she said something about you, how would you respond? Would you retaliate? Or would it be, that's okay, it's my bunkie?
Well, I mean, Prince gone. I mean, I don't respect that, but I don't think she's insecure.
Okay, so are you saying that you were insecure? Because you said
No.
Watching the game when I was online. You need me for something?
we're gonna mute him out. Okay, there we go.
I would think she's being insecure of the situation, right? But as a man, I know my boundary, how far I'll go, in a situation. Make sense?
No, it don't make sense, because you said that you don't think your wife will be insecure.
No, if she's had the problem, I would think that she's being insecure or overreacting of the situation.
Okay, so, but you're saying she was overreacting, your wife would be overreacting.
Correct.
But when you said the same thing, you didn't think that you were being overreacting
No,
because
I'm
you said
being protective of as a man. I'm being protective of my woman.
Double standards.
double, all
I-
the way double standard.
Because what happened is she could be easily influenced by another man.
That means your game ain't tight.
I'm
I'm
confident
gonna
in
leave-
myself. But you think about this guy's Usher, right?
I'm
It's
gonna leave
Usher versus the
Nasty
regular
J
guy.
alone.
Usher,
I'm
I'm confident in
Nasty J
myself.
alone.
But in that situation, is you dealing with Usher versus a regular Joe.
Okay, let's hear from the panelists. Who would like to speak on this?
Come on, Nikki. Come on, Travis. Destiny.
Tara,
Miss
Tata,
Duke.
Dukes,
Dukes.
Leanne, come on.
I'll speak.
Go on,
Yeah,
Miss
said her
Duke.
pace.
Huh? I'll speak. I don't think that it was anything wrong with the outfit she wore, but I think it was very childish of him as her baby father to say something negatively to give everyone something to talk about, because if he had an issue with what he's seen her wearing, they could have very well had a conversation, not on Facebook or Instagram or wherever it was at. And then too, the type of celebrity she is, she worn different things, bathing suit tops, jeans, danced in videos, she's acted, so it's not nothing that's new. And for me, just speaking up from a woman's perspective, when you have a child and if you have that snapback, you feel good about yourself, because after having a child, you do have some little insecurities sometimes. And maybe she felt like she was looking good and feeling good, and that was her thing. It was nothing against him or their relationship. That's
Okay.
just my opinion.
Thank you so much, Miss Dukes. And you said that so just mwah. You know, you did what you did, you said what you said, and that's what I'm talking about. Tata, we haven't heard from you tonight. Are you with us, Tata? Can you speak? Okay, Tata might be just, Tata. What about you, Nikki?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
She had every right to wear what she wanted to wear. And I know he probably got the right act read to him the minute she found out that he put her on blast in front of everybody. Oh, just to be a fly on the wall when that conversation took place between the both of them. I would have loved to have heard what she said to him, period.
Right. But I think just looking at the situation, I feel that the reason why he got so caught up was because of the actions and what she was doing with Usher. Because had she not gone up on the stage with Usher, had none of that taken place, I guarantee you he wouldn't have said one word about that outfit. His manhood felt like it was a little diminished because of her actions and her little sashaying with Usher. Now, how many women on the panel and men agree with that? Because had she not gone up on the stage and had she not done what she did with Usher, do you think it still would have been a problem? Anybody? Somebody?
No, I agree. I don't think that the problem would have taken place if she
I
had not
totally
done
agree.
what she did.
Okay. All right.
Because men get Steve Harvey said it best. He doesn't want anyone sticking his hand or their hand in his cookie jar, but he can stick his hand in somebody else's, cookie jar. Men, you cannot be like that.
Who said this about the cookie jar?
Steve Harvey. Men, they can sleep around, they can do whatever, they can flirt, they can do whatever. But women, when we do it, it's a no-no. Men they're intimidated.
And very territorial. Okay. All right. I see Nasty J got that picture up in the back of him. He want us to see it. We see it, Nasty J. We see it. All right. So Andreen, come on, Andreen. I know you there. You know I got to talk to Andreen. It's nothing like talking to Andreen. Can you hear me, Andreen?
Yes.
Now, some of you may not be friends with Andreen on Facebook, but Andreen went to Carnival and she sashayed and she had on some shimmer and she had on an outfit for you, right, Andreen?
Yeah.
Show
So
us,
that,
Andreen. Show us.
So with that being said, Andreen, if you had a significant other, do you think they would have said something to you about what you was wearing? And if they did, how would you have responded with that from, that was part of a cultural event and you were wearing it because you wanted to be a part of that group? How would you would have handled that if he had said, no, you can't wear that. I don't want you to wear that. What would you have done?
I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, if you're not with me, I'm not as concerned about.
If you're not married, right? With that ring on it.
You're not, even if we're not married, because I'm one of those people, I actually don't foresee me wanting to get married again. I've done that, so I'm good with that. But I'm like, if I have a significant other and you're not necessarily there, I don't know if I necessarily need your approval if you're not around. I might ask, but even if you're like, oh, I'm not comfortable with you wearing that, I might still wear it. I feel like when you're around is when I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. But for a cultural type of celebration, I don't think that was too risque because I tend to be a little modest, actually. So,
but it was cute. Yeah. And I was like, wow, that is so cute. And I just happened to bring that up because Nasty J was making the admiration about the outfit, and the outfit that you wore had a little shimmer, was a little sexy, and he's Jamaican. And so I forget what carnival you were at, but it was beautiful. I thought it was very tasteful. And, if you got it, flaunt it. That's what I say.
And I mean, I feel like it all depends because the outfits, I feel like I definitely had a more modest outfit. There are women out there in thongs and just pink. So it all depends. But I just feel like at the end of the day, I think it's a little bit of, I think it was a little bit of control. They probably already had issues with their relationship because she's Keke Palmer. He wasn't there. So I don't even think it was the whole Usher thing because I feel like at the end of the day, I'm Caribbean. Women dance on men all the time. Like you don't have to like know them or whatever. So I think there was probably something else to that, but that's his insecurity. Because I feel like if you know yourself and you know that's your woman, no matter what she's wearing, like you said, she's coming home to you. Now, if you're out there with her and you say, okay, this makes me uncomfortable, I might be nice because you're with me and I want to be respectful of you to not wear it. But other than that, I feel like in this modern age, it's just about the communication piece. And then if you're going to date someone who's going to be insecure about that, maybe that is the reason why they broke up. And maybe they need it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, Andrea, and it's always a pleasure. And now we're going to turn it over to Dr. Feel So Good. Can you hear me, Dr. Feel So Good? Dr. Feel So Good, are you with me?
I'm here. I'm just relaxing right now because y'all got this whole thing hopping and popping, and I told folks it was going to be a live one. The biggest thing I was thinking about is, it goes back to what we talked about 3 weeks ago about communication. You have to communicate to your partner what you want, and your partner should know that you know, certain things, whether you're single or married, if y'all in a relationship, you represent that person. That would be just like me going out and telling Special K, hey, I'm gonna go out with these Speedos on for this thing. And she looking at me like I lost my damn mind. But I was like, hey, my body, my choice. Go out there, gut nuts. That's it. Gut nuts. I don't think she would be too receptive to that. So conversely, like Nasty was saying, like Mr. Jackson, if you're nasty, the thing about it is that we look at it as, look, you represent me when you go out. It's okay to dress sexy. It's not okay to dress trashy. And there's a line.
Preach.
There is a line. I want my lady to be sexy. I encourage my lady to be sexy, but I don't want her to be trashy. If the more clothes you take off, the less classy you are.
I know that's
So
right.
do
You better
you
say
think
it.
she was trashy?
Yeah, her
No,
ass was
look,
out.
look,
Her whole butt
look.
cheeks were out. That was
Hey,
trash.
she's 30.
But
She's
Prince
30
had
years.
his ass cheeks out and no one called him trash.
Listen.
Who?
Listen. Lady T. Yes. For me, I wasn't feeling that. But that's not me. Like Distinguished Brother said, you know, hey, if that's how he met his wife, you know, he's good with that. But like action to me, you know, we gonna say, nah, you gotta you showing a bit too much because it's advertising. It's advertising. It's good that you know you can wear form-fitting clothes and not show your behind like that. So don't say that she needed to show butt cheeks to feel sexy. There are women that wear dresses and probably wear thongs underneath that are not trashy. They ain't showing their butt cheeks. So there is a line. And she's young. She's and like y'all said earlier, she's young. She's going to do her thing. And her boyfriend should have never brought that up. That was kind of a biatch move. So that's kind of BS move. You don't, there are certain things that women shouldn't say about men online, or take the social media saying my baby daddy ain't, you know, ish. My man ain't ish. You know, he don't do this for the child. He don't do this for me. Don't do that online, because what you doing? You know, you ain't leaving him. So what are you doing? You just making him look bad to everybody else, but you keeping him. So what does that make you? So conversely, you know, he said she's a mom. He didn't lie, but he ain't had to do all of that to get attention. That's kind of an itch-made move. But that's, you know, that's their relationship. Because she ain't leave and he ain't leave. They broke up for like what, a hot second?
Oh, are they back together?
Yeah, they back together. He took out
okay.
he took out for her 30th birthday. I was like, okay. But what I'm saying is that you gotta learn how to communicate. You have to make sure that you and your partner are cool with what you got on. A woman or a man should go to their partner and I'm keeping this gender agnostic, because you have same-sex couples, and say, hey, how do I look? Like, or, you know, I shouldn't be saying, Andreen, you going out the house like that? You must be out of your mind. Because that's going to do nothing but start an argument. I said, where are you going? Okay, I'm going here. She might be like, all right. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I probably wouldn't wear that, but, you know, you do what you do. You know, I'd be like, Lee, Lee, come on now. you wearing drawers, you wearing a little bit more than drawers and a bra outside. You know it's 25 degrees outside. What you wearing that for?
Well,
And-
you know she ain't gonna wear it in 25-degree weather.
Yes, I am
Hey.
because I got my coat.
And in
I got my
South
coat.
Hey.
I got my coat.
I don't underestimate any man or woman on what they're gonna wear, because hell, you know, there's dudes that'll walk out with panties and bra and 3 to 5 inch heel stilettos on in 25-degree weather. So I ain't putting nothing past nobody. But the idea is that you gotta, you know, y'all represent, whether you're married or single, if y'all together, y'all represent each other. You're supposed to be a team.
Represent
And
the
as a
brand.
team, we
Special
wear certain.
K and Nasty J, click on, I don't know if you all can see it, but I put Beyonce's sexiest outfit. Click on it and see if that equates to the same thing that Keke Palmer wore.
But
I don't know how
and
to.
here's the difference between Beyonce and say Sierra, Keke Palmer et al. Beyonce does wear revealing stuff, yes.
For performance.
But where does she wear it?
For performance in her shows.
In her shows, yes. She wears
And also too, right? Can I just say something? Other men don't approach Beyonce and trying to dance with Beyonce and get too friendly with Beyonce. Jay-Z's not having that.
Because and on
guess
top of
what?
that,
Jay-Z is
on top of
there.
that, Blue Ivy's up there dancing now too. And you see, she ain't gonna allow her daughter to dress like she does. So she understands that there's a time and place to do that. And she understands that there's a certain level that you have to get to before you get that. But when you see them in public, she's wearing something relatively, for her, relatively conservative. She don't go to those
It's
award
true.
shows wearing her ass out. Come
Yes,
on now.
she's dressed decent and in order as a mother.
Exactly. I think at the end of the day, though, it is communication, but it's just respect. I mean, y'all keep saying, well, if you until they are married, they're single, but when you're in a relationship with someone, you're dating that person, that is, you considered your boyfriend, your girlfriend, there has to be a line of respect has to come down at some point. You just can't disrespect the person until y'all get married. You know what I mean? Like, you're still in that, we become boyfriend, we date, then we become boyfriend and girlfriend, and then like you said, leading hopefully to then we get married. So you're just gonna disrespect each other all the way up until the altar. Like, it has to be respect. And I feel that he was definitely wrong by posting what he posted on social media. That should have been kept between them, his dislike for it. But I don't feel the man was wrong for saying that he didn't appreciate and didn't like it. I mean, because y'all will see now, let me tell you, a lot of these women up here, y'all see a woman out at the club and all her ass out like that. What's the first thing a lot of women are going to say? Dang, look at her. She came out. Okay, so think about how her man feels. And could be bystanders, people that don't know this person from a can of paint. So I just feel like it's just a respect level. And I don't think the man was wrong but he should have put it to her, not to the social media. But I don't feel that he was wrong to say, hey, you're my woman. And, you were that was very revealing.
Okay.
And, yeah.
That was great. Tara has her hand up, and then we'll come back to you to Miss Dukes. But I just want to make mention, the picture of Beyonce, you all said she only wears it when she's performing. Now, that was at a gala. She was going to a gala and she wore that. You all can't see it, but it's a little risque when you pull it up close. It's tiny here, but when you get a moment, check it out, Nasty J. Check it out, Special K, and go ahead, Tara.
I'm looking at it.
And good evening, everyone.
Good
As far
evening.
as the Keke Palmer situation, I feel like before she left the house, if that is her baby daddy, boyfriend, whoever, husband, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure she showed him, hey, this is what I'm wearing, because anyone that's in a relationship, you're going to show your significant other. And if he had an issue with her wearing that, he should have said it before she left the house. That's
Agreed.
one. Two, he should not have went to social media about it, because that is not something you blast her about. You should have been a man and discussed that within the comfort and the walls of your own home. You don't put her on the spot like that.
Right.
And nowadays, everyone, a lot of people dress provocative. They show a little skin here and there. That's just the style. The BET Awards, everyone was walking around with pretty much what she had on and bras and panties. I don't agree with that. I feel like that's too much for the public, but you have to also understand she's a celebrity. These are things, this is the trend now. So she just going with the trend. I feel like his feelings was just hurt because she was sitting there dancing and having a good time with Usher, and he should have got out his feelings.
That's
That's it.
what it
That's all.
was. Miss Dukes, we waiting
I'm
on you.
here. So I want to play devil's advocate. I did put it in a chat, but I want to bring it to everyone's attention. A lot of celebrities, they are paid by designers to wear certain things to promote what their design. What if that would have been something she was paid to do and that would have been a job for her? But do she have to defend herself by saying, oh, Christian Dior paid me to wear this, so that's why I wore it? Because you have celebrities that wear things, even with the Beyonce concert, there was her, I forgot what they called it, but everybody was wearing silver, and a lot of people were dressing that wasn't performing. They were wearing what they considered to be sexy, and everybody have a different level of what sexy is. If I'm not mistaken, did she have on like the bra and panties with a sheer long dress or something?
Yes, you are
Cool.
correct.
So with that, so what I saw with her, I didn't see it be, I mean, I wouldn't wear it because I don't have the body for it. However, if I did have, I would wear it. Now,
Me
I
too,
see people
honey.
at the beach wearing less than that at the beach. And then I know you say outfits are for different places, but that was in a concert. So a lot of people do dress a certain way, Sparkles, because she has a YouTube channel that she's always on doing little skits, and she worn different type clothes for her skits, and it was never an issue. She showed more on her skits than she did, or showed the same, I would say. And going back to her baby's father that had so much to say, when he made that comment, a lot of people pulled up his YouTube page. He was saying she's a mother, she shouldn't dress a certain way. As a father, he was on there flexing, showing his chest, his back, his legs, this and that. So can that be the same thing? Or is it a double standard because he's a guy and it's okay? So that's just,
Of course,
Is it
it's a
double standard, Jackson?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Jackson, he's trying to play like he
It
can't
is.
unmute.
It's double standard.
Okay. Long as you know that, Jackson, long as you know. Mhm. Long as you know. Travis Marcus, I like that. 2 first names. Distinguished brother. Okay. Well, is there anything else anyone would like to share with us this evening? As I stated, it is so wonderful to have some new faces on the block. And with Special Gay, I have to give it to you, girl. I can't wait till October 27th because you're giving us that ravishing look tonight, baby. As the queens would say, you are slayed, girl.
Can I ask Special Gay a question?
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Is the outfit you're wearing on this cruise? Did you get approval, or did you show your significant other what you're wearing?
I don't have nobody. I don't have to get approval because it's me, myself, and I. So I don't have to get approval from anyone.
Oh.
Wait till you see mine, Nasty J. And no, I don't have to have any approvals.
I guess time has changed. I guess I'm still in 1800s or 1900s.
And she got a husband and she don't need approval.
Amen.
Oh.
We are grown. I think grown people shouldn't need approval
approval. We can take how you feel into consideration, but
Exactly.
you're
Yeah.
not going to tell me what you do or do not approve of as if I'm your child. Sorry.
Ooh. All
Fact.
right, Miss Tyra.
All
All
fact.
right. I think she told you, Nasty Jack. That's what the deal is. And you know what? As you say, communication is key. And it's also the way in which you say things. And as we say, as adult women and men, we should never have to ask, but it's the way in which you tell. Because some men get in their feelings, Nasty J. But if you talk to them in a nice manner, say, hey, listen, babe, I think I'm going to wear this because I'm really feeling it. And it was on sale. It was $640 and I got it for $320. You should be so proud that I picked this up at a nice price. So, you know, there you have it.
I
You
guess
can
like me,
say
Dr. Feelgood, we're old
it
school.
in a very nice way.
Dr. Fab, me and Dr. Feelgood, we're old school, so we look at certain
Yeah.
things.
I don't
Dr.
believe
Feelgood
in.
not old school. Dr.
But he-
Feelgood not old school. He said key point. He want his boo shankalang to be sexy. He
Sexually
said
classy and sexy, not
sexy.
trashy.
You can be classy and sexy and show a little deep nipple cleavage. That's still classy. You the one that wants your girlfriend or your wife to wear a sheet over her head and wrapped in a
Looking
robe
like
with
Mother
terry
Mary.
cloth. With terry cloth. That's what he want. He wanted to be wrapped up in terry cloth.
If I met her, like she's all dressed all, I'll approach her and
We
talk
will,
to her.
look, we will see on October 27th. We will definitely see what he has approved, Special K and Lady T. We will see, won't we?
Right.
Okay, everyone, it is close to the 10 o'clock hour. I would love for each and every one of my co-hosts to say and give their sweet nothings to everyone. I would especially like to say thank you, Anthony Bowman, for joining us. To all the newcomers, Travis, Margaret. Travis, I need to hear your voice before we get off of here. What, Travis? Did he leave? Travis, I just want to
Probably
hear your
cooking
voice.
Brussels sprouts or something.
Who is Travis?
I don't know.
Is Travis new? But Travis, next time, maybe I'll get a chance to hear your voice. And Destiny, thank you for coming on. Tyra, Miss Duke, Ryan, everyone, thank you so much. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Feelgood. And then you can send it on the next way, Dr. Feelgood. Are you here?
Got you, Doc. And you guys, y'all know, my Steve's, Dr. Feelgood, the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming on and having fun with us and getting live. This is a lively discussion. And we keep it beating like percussion. Now I'm gonna pass it over to the distinguished brother who was not like none other, and he's almost cool as the other side of the pillow. Go ahead, distinguished brother.
Now that was deep.
Well,
You flipped it
thank
on
you
the
very
pillow.
much for that introduction. I really appreciate it. I just want to say we have a good time here. It's nice to have these kind of discussions. You can have it with adults. My takeaway from all of this is just, you're going to have these problems, you can avoid these problems by just having a discussion. If there are certain things that you like that she doesn't like, you guys need to decide where the line is. There's certain things that you like, she doesn't like. You got to decide where the line is. And as far as the dating and being respectful and all of that, again, communication. That would solve 90% of the issues that relationships have today if people would just sit down and talk to each other instead of talking at each other.
All
With
right,
that,
that's what I'm talking about.
I'll pass this over to Nasty J.
Well, I learned a lot tonight. I'm glad I'm out of dating pool. So I guess I'll be having a hard time if I was single, trying to find the right woman. So passing Special K.
Before you go any further, just to ask you this question, Nasty J, how did you and your wife meet? Did you
I'm
all
at the grocery store.
at the grocery store?
Yeah.
Okay, and she was dressed well and conservative at the grocery store.
Yeah, on a Sunday, come from church.
No, oh, okay, coming from church. I like that. I
Praise
like
the
that.
Lord.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
God is
All the time. Special K.
Yes. So thank everyone for joining tonight. This was a good topic. It's always a pleasure to hear everyone's point of view, everyone's opinion, where we welcome everyone's opinion. And I just feel like communication is the key, and just be respectful. I think that's a big component of a relationship is, you have to have respect for each other. Just communicate and have respect for each other, and hope everyone enjoys the rest of their night and the rest of their week. And I'm gonna pass this over now, Lady T.
Thank you all for coming on. I just want to talk about standards. I think as a female, you should not have to lower your standards for a male. And I think you need to do you, because so many times we always lose ourselves, in our men and our children and church and work and so forth. I think you need to find yourself, work on yourself, and just do you. Who cares about society, the church, your cousin on Gray Street? Just find you and start, working on loving you. That's all I have to say. Dr. Fab?
All right. Well, I appreciate all of you. And once again, I thank you so much for coming. Don't let this be your last time. And those of you who are going on the cruise for October 27th, please look and respond to an email that is going to be sent out, because we really want to get your approval on what Nasty J is going to wear. I'm just lying, y'all. But peace, let me say, peace, love, and hair grease. And guess what, y'all? Smooches, mwah, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
The nationwide